Yes, my name is Claudia Narcisco. I live in Missoula, Montana, and I oppose the proposed changes to the net metering system now in place. I have to applaud Harold Holm for reading through the whole docket. I didn't really understand. I heard about this quite late, and when I got online and hit the docket link, it was like thousands of pages of tables and graphs, and obviously it was useless to me at this late date. But soon after I purchased my home in the early 2000s, I contacted NorthWestern Energy, and they came and did an energy audit. And they gave me a list of improvements, all of which over time, I whittled away at. It did save me energy and money. Since retiring a few years back, I made the extra investment in insulation in my attic crawl space, which was one of the larger cost items on the list, other than, of course, my new furnace. But by that time, the program had stopped offering rebates. Someone else here mentioned that, and so I lost out on that. As with the solar, and late 2017, I invested in solar panels, even though by that time my total usage was really low. I live as a single woman, so I was very, very careful and frugal, and I made all the improvements that NorthWestern Energy told me would save me money and energy. So I made that investment in solar, not because it would give me huge rewards, but because it was the right thing to do. By the time that I paid for these panels, I will be on the other side of 80 years old. My 69th birthday is this coming week, and it'll probably take me 11, 12 years to pay for it. My father died at 78. I don't know if I'm ever going to make it to see any rewards of this. But I made an investment, as I said, because it's the right thing to do, not because of the bottom line. The extra cost Northwest is requesting you impose on the ratepayer will deter investments in renewable energy. With its latest assault on net metering and renewable energy, you can be assured that the words, the right thing to do, are not in Northwest Energy's vocabulary. I can only hope that they are in the vocabulary of the Public Service Commission and that you do your job to protect the ratepayer. The right thing to do is to recognize and acknowledge all the costs of climate change. Extra costs, people mentioned already, by the healthcare system. Extra costs of loss of life due to heat waves, sea level rise. Extra costs associated with damage from extreme weather events. Extra costs from catastrophic wildland fire. Extra costs from the degradation of Montana's clean waters and world-class fisheries that attract tourists and dollars from all over the country and the world. And the priceless loss of intrinsic non-commodity values such as our wildlands and wildlife. I request that you factor in all of these costs in your consideration if the right thing to do is not enough for the Public Service Commission. And people were mentioning different bills that had come up this legislative session. One that caught my eye was the CPACE. And it's the Commercial Property Assessed Clean Energy. And I pulled out the actions from the legislative session. And on March 23rd, when it was in the committee, Executive Action, Energy and Telecommunications Committee, it passed 13-0. That the people of this state wanted that funding mechanism for alternative energy for commercial buildings to be put into place. The second reading passed in the Senate 35-14. The third reading passed 34-15. However, when it went to the Taxation Committee in the House, it failed by 2 votes, 47-49. And I have no doubt that NorthWestern Energy had its greedy, grubby, filthy little hands all over that to bring it to a defeat. But this here system of actions taken on that bill demonstrates that overwhelmingly the people of this state want renewable energy. So that's kind of where I'm at right here. And as a ratepayer, I am demanding that you do what you must do to make sure that I am protected.